Coach, I know you're looking forward and you've got a team tonight that you have to focus on, but just when you look back at the road trip overall, what went wrong for your team that you guys went 0-3 and 0-0?
I didn't like the first game. I thought Rockford is a team that stretches a lot. We needed to defend and take advantage of our chances. I really liked the first half of the game against Rockford. Didn't like so much the second half. We didn't stick to our plan, and that's when you run into trouble. Second game, I thought we played a solid game. We were physical. We were driving the net. It was really a 0-0 game. I still don't believe that goal should have been allowed, but that's like they have to make those decisions really quick. I'm not blaming anyone, but it's a 0-0 game, and we hit crossbar. We had amazing chances at the end of the game, so that was a well-played game. And I thought the last game of the road trip, we didn't win enough battles. One-on-ones, they were stronger on the puck. So every game was a little bit different. And I think if we play like we did in the second game, we're going to compete and we give ourselves a chance to win. The first game, like I said, first half was right. Now you got to play consistently. And the last game, we had our chances. We had a good start. Didn't sustain on our forecheck and puck possession. And you play against now Grand Rapids as more of a veteran team. They're really big, so the net front battles are really hard, and we knew that. So we had to win those battles, and we didn't.
You know, one of the oftentimes in the AHL, there's a week between games, so you have a lot of time for practice. You guys are thrown into a game tonight. Is that an advantage for your group to get these guys right back into a game?
I'd like to believe so. We came back at 3 a.m. After the game. So knowing that, knowing the energy level is not at 100%, I'm a true believer that there's always a way to win a hockey game, tired or not, depending. Not you don't look at who's sitting next to you in the room. You have 20 players. There's a way to win a hockey game. So we're playing against a real fast team tonight. Their transition off the rush, they're one of the best in the league. So we'll have to manage the puck properly because we don't want to backskate ourselves. And that's one thing we'll need to do and be really smart about that part of the game anyway, is managing the puck well. So we play north-south. We don't want to play an east-west kind of game. So an advantage, I think it is, because we're still in that mindset where we know exactly what needs to be done, and we know what we can't do if we want to be successful.
Pascal, where do you can you give me a sense of Seth Griffiss' season? Has he been super consistent? Where have you seen his play going?
Well, I like his game. He's one of our guys where whoever you play him with, we've been pretty consistent with our lines, but whoever he plays with, he's been successful. So his number one job, and it's a real tough job. Everybody wants to score goals. Everybody wants to be used on the power play, but to produce consistently, that's a lot of pressure on a player. You need to have real good reads and real good skills in order to do it consistently, and he's been doing that. Our power play is in the top 10. He's on the line that is consistently producing. So that these are the expectations for him, and he's been consistent in that regard.
Yeah, with Logan and Vesalainen now?
That was the last game.
Okay. Yeah. Is that likely to continue?
I'm not sure. We have to look at different scenarios. I'm still debating with the assistant coaches. It's going to look that way, most likely, but I just don't want to guarantee 100% because I'm not sure.
You started him out with Chipasov and
CJCs.
Right. What changed? What was it? Just the recalls that sort of shuffled the deck for you there?
Yeah, it did. That's trying to find the right chair for the right people. What I mean by that is putting people in a position to succeed. So that's obviously getting Logan Shaw back changes a few things. We can play him on the wing. We can play him as a center as well. He's really effective at both positions, so it gives us some options for sure.
It helps also to have a veteran who can handle everybody else getting called up and being sort of okay with that. Do you get a sense he's feeling some urgency about maybe getting his shot too?
Seth, you know what? Him, Logan Shaw, Eric Comrie, those kind of guys, they're so low maintenance, and they're always positive, and it's about today. And he's got this maturity and on how he approaches this whole thing. I'm here today. I'm going to give my best. They're real good teammates. Seth has a different kind of leadership. He brings some fun around the team. He's a guy that has a quick answer for everything. He's a funny guy. He knows what to expect. What he does really well is he knows when he doesn't play well. He's got some quiet confidence. There's some quiet confidence about him. When he's not happy, you know it, but it's always respectful. But to his credit, he's been really positive, and never once he talked about, hey, when's my chance, or what's going on? Well, why am I not being called up? He's just controlling what he can control, and that's his game, and being a good teammate, and he does a real good job at it.
Coach, one player that seems to have been elevated a little bit, given more of an opportunity, is Skylar Mackenzie. He's now up on the second line. What have you seen from him so far this season?
His compete level, and he's moving his feet. He's a guy that goes to the net. He's a smaller body, but he doesn't play small. He wins battles. Really good on the forecheck at creating and forcing turnovers. So the energy level, and he's coachable. He's a guy that wants to get better. He's always working hard. So there's a lot of guys on our team where we don't have to worry about the work ethic, and he's one of them. So it's and that goes a long way. We see. I don't want to compare, but Jensen Harkins is one of those guys where we never had to worry about his work ethic. And Skylar is the same kind of guy. He's a different player, obviously, but he always works hard. He's a positive guy. He learns from his mistakes. Coachable. You can talk to him, and there's some reception. You can exchange with him. He's working hard at his craft, so he's gaining confidence. We use him on the power play. He's got a quick release. He can shoot pucks, but he's scoring most of his goals going to the net and getting dirty pucks in front of the net. So he does a lot of good things.
Finally, Coach, going against Belleville tonight, just how important are these points in the standings, especially against teams that aren't in your division?
Well, all points now are huge. We need to have a playoff mindset. We're in a playoff battle, playoff race, and all those games are so important to us. And it's all about points at this time. We have to keep in mind my job is to develop our players, but develop them in a winning environment, and that means winning some games. And those games, and that's a good test. So these guys are. That's a team that plays, like I said, really fast, and their transition game is really good. We're going to be tested tonight defensively, and our execution will have to be fast and accurate. So it's going to be a good test for us tonight, but those points are huge.